Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, time for another update and something a little different I'm doing as well. So this is what I've done the last this past weekend. Put all this wood on the side in. It was really hard to do because the walls are curved and the wood that I put there already wasn't really square, so it's kind of not pretty, but hopefully functional. So I put that top piece in there where the ledge is, and I'm going to try to glue that seam in because this part right here, isn't screwed into anything. It's just soft, so I'm going to use some high quality wood glue and glue that together. And then I just finished putting this piece in, and again, it's not pretty, and initially I cut the wood piece, this piece, too short, and I missed this stud. Even though the line was there, it was down there and there was no furring strip there, so I had to redo it. So really what this means is I'm going to have to paint this wood, because by the time it's all finished, there's going to be wood glue and I don't know if I'll use polyfiller or drywall filler, but it's going to have to be patched up a little bit. So I'm going to do today, I want to show you, is I'm going to put this, hopefully I can do it all in the same video. I might not get it all done tonight. I'm going to put the piece that goes in here, so furring strip up here, and then foam insulation, rigid insulation. And that part I'm going to try to leave to be a pine look wood without painting it. I'll probably put polyurethane on it, because my plan is I'm actually going to paint it white, and then I'm going to have exposed wood beam, quote unquote, look there on all the way down to there. And then the kitchen part, which I'm going to put over here, is all going to be birch plywood, 3/8 birch plywood, which is thin but stiff. Birch plywood is very stiff, but it's 3/8, so it's less than a half, but more than a quarter. And hopefully that should be solid enough. So what I'm about to do now is I just drew this line on here, and I'm going to drill, I guess you call it pilot holes, I don't know what you would call it. And I'm going to take a long piece like this on the other side, and let's see if I can do this here. Put this like this on the other side, so this part will be flush against the ceiling. And then I'll screw it into there, and then screw this part into the ribs on the van, the furring strips on the roof of the van. And let's see how it goes. Okay, so I screwed this thing together. Countersunk the screws because I wasn't sure if I was going to cause a problem. Probably would cause a problem if the screws are sticking out, trying to get the rigid insulation there without the screws being in the way. So it's pretty flush. So the hard part's going to be, so I don't know if I can do this with one hand while holding the camera. I doubt it. Give it a shot. Sticking this thing on the roof with just one person. So it's gonna go like that, but I'm gonna have to take those screws out that are holding those pieces in. I hope it bends enough to move with the roof, because if not, I'm gonna have a problem. So that's the next step, is to screw that onto the roof. Okay, I got it in. That was not easy. Oh, there, it focused. Yep. Took some doing, got it in. The end pieces aren't quite right, but you know, what can you do? I'm debating whether I should take that screw out or not, because I'm still going to put a trim piece that goes all the way along here. So maybe I'll just leave it, and that way I'll have something to screw into, because that edge is not screwed down, but all the other seams are screwed down. So then now I got to put the foam bit in there all the way down. Alright. Okay, got the insulation in there. I'm holding this piece up just to show you what it's going to look like. That's a trim piece. And you see that plywood on the edge there. I notched a piece out of here so that it'll fit over it. And that's how that'll work. So once this is up, once this is up here, I can't do this with one hand, let's try again. So this is up here like this. I'm going to put a piece of plywood over the foam. Before I do that, I have to put the plastic vapor barrier up. And then I'll put the plywood up. And then I'll be done. But for tonight, it's getting close to 10 o'clock. And I think that's going to be it for tonight, because I got to work tomorrow. This little spot, when I was cutting the glue on right here, it took a chunk out of it, because it was, I don't know, it's an odd angle I was cutting at, and it took a chunk out of the thing. So once I put this plywood up here, well, it's not plywood, pine, it's like a 1x3 or something, it's going to cover it over anyway, so no big deal. And I'll have to take all those screws out so that it's not in my way, and the screws holding the pine strip will be holding it up anyway, so no problem. Anyway, okay, well, that's it for tonight. Hope you have a good one, and take care.